go ahead and try out the Joemalian website. Joe is on JK News, and I was really into that, so I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. So first, you had to make an account to log in, of course, and I wanted to just scroll around and check out the site, see what I was getting myself into because I really didn't know what to expect. I always heard him talk about it, but it did take me a minute. Like, I actually had to go to his YouTube to find the link. So this is just kind of the run through. It seems to be like kind of reminds me of evaluations, like when you go workplaces and stuff. Checking out the settings, and it does have like a social aspect to it, but I really do not know. And it says like the price free, all that stuff. So I'm kind of like, what kind of potential does it have in the future? I'm not really sure, but I guess we will go ahead and see. By the way, I'm using the microphone on my laptop, so it might sound weird, I guess. But I'm just looking more at the page.
So, what is the definition of passion? I think we use it in our everyday lives. But what is it?
Is this his house? Because it looks cool, but the quality
Really?
looks
I mean, how do you?
Well, I didn't know this had a whole comment section and stuff. Definitely a community. Just people sharing their experiences. I didn't know he started this back in 2008. When did he start this? Wow. Forward, let's get into it. He's just talking and sitting there, and I like the setup of everything.
Oh, I have a loving relationship.
This didn't age well.
An awesome girlfriend. I've gotten close.
Okay, so he's just sitting there talking, and I feel like this was a great segment to start. It's just kind of him talking about passion and stuff because you really need your mindset to be right. He can't just tell you straight facts, and I feel like you have to kind of fix it for yourself. You know what I mean? I'm super mad because I recorded all this stuff and it didn't even get saved, so that really sucked. I did do the whole program. I hope this doesn't offend anyone. I'm sorry.
To draw a big
Probably 5-ish hours. I didn't really do it all at once, but based on my recordings of the times, it was a while. And this idea where he talks about finding your passion, and I actually did do this, and it really did help a lot. There was a lot of good aspects of that, like trying to find your passion, write it down, and then why is it that it kind of digs deeper and it really helps you. Draws it out and he makes it easy to understand. And I was reading some of the comments saying if people would actually follow along, and there was actually quite a few people that did. One segment I think I did not care for the most of this program was the about investing. I wouldn't say it's not that I didn't care. I probably just need a lot more information on it to fully grasp it, because that was a ton of information in one small thing, just a ton. It was a lot to take in, and I know he tried his best explaining it. I don't know, I would want even more in depth about that because it was hard for me to understand. My favorite one was the credit one. I think that one was a great example. He explained it great, all those questions about credit. And personally, for me, I'm 23, so I just really found that helpful. If anything, I can't wait to see what else is going to happen, and I look forward to keeping up with it. It definitely was worth it. I know a lot of people aren't into lectures. You know what I mean? You're not really into people sitting there and talking, but the way he does explain things is very nice. Makes sense of it. Like I said, the investing kind of lost me. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of parts that were still being edited as well. I saw on the list, and I'm kind of look forward to seeing all that. It definitely opened up my mind a tad bit. I mean, it's not like I was totally naive about anything, but it definitely made me think a lot more about stuff, and I liked it. I think it was a great idea, and I think what I like the most is he didn't put it on YouTube, and I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's somewhere, but maybe I didn't do my research enough, but to me, putting it on its own, like, thing, like, in this type of thing that made it feel like a class really was professional. I feel like if he put it on YouTube, people would really be like, oh, you're just putting it on there to monetize it and stuff like that, but in this case, I don't really think he necessarily. I think he just wanted to give information because a lot of people ask. I mean, he puts on an image that he's very carefree and stuff, and it's nice to see someone who can explain that and talk about it and make sense of it in the terms that most of us can make sense because these are things that no one has taught us. We're just expected to know. And it's really nice to see someone putting out information like this to like take in everything and see what apply it to real life. I mean, like I said, the investing was kind of confusing to me, but that whole area in general is pretty confusing to me, to be honest. But I'm very intrigued to know. I really hope he didn't ditch this project because it looks like these were filmed like maybe 2 years ago. He still mentions this website and everything, from what I see, but hopefully he didn't ditch it and he continues because, if anything, I feel like this is the type of website that can be like inscribed in ways of like they know. I don't know, like how. So it's kind of nice. It looks like it has a ton of opportunity. I definitely recommend it. I put some highlights in the beginning because he does make it lighthearted, you know what I mean, and comedic at times. But I definitely recommend it. Even with my base knowledge of what I already know, I still left with something new.